Welcome back, everybody, to your friendly neighborhood Falcon plays Tube Tycoon. And because this is my first episode of a new batch of recordings here today, let me do the voice. One second. Gotta get it ready. Falcon, you tell me right now, Falcon, why you got 6,200 fans, $381, and you don't give me any money, huh? Why don't you give me the money, Falcon? You don't need the money. You play the negatives. People watch the negatives. They hate you. They say you bad. They say you suck, Falcon. You got no monies. Now you got the monies. You give it to me, huh? I'm not sure where this voice even comes from. I asked you guys what do you think it was. A few people told me it was like, a Hispanic person who had to talk English. Another person told me it was a Native American that's, hi. You guys gave me some really good ones. It was really funny. This voice is so stupid. I'm not even sure why it's hitting me up for money, too. It feels like it's like a protection racket, It's right over here hitting me up for money, where it's kind of like, if you don't give me the money, I'm gonna destroy your entire YouTube business over here. Not that I have a business, but, in the Tube Tycoon universe, I do. Anyway, guys, welcome back. Let's get underway over here. Let's do, let's see. Do we have enough points? Oh, we're almost up to level 3, right? So once we get level 3, we'll be able to open up the second and third recording slots, which I've heard is pretty good. And then somebody told me to grab this one as... Actually, I already have that one. Yeah. So I already have the... Somebody told me in the comments, Falcon, get the I with the dash, but that's the W Brotherhood. I already have that. But this right here I do need. So we're, like, really close to picking that one up, which is fine. Let's go into recording our Birdman Asylum here for today. And let's go into record some movies. Do we have any tags for today? We do not. That's unfortunate. I like the tags. They give you like a lot of views all the time, man. Daily vlog in the 6 and the 7. Ooh, very nice. So what are we talking about today, Falcon? Well, today we're going to do something different, guys. Today I actually read a pretty good question that it wasn't necessarily about the YouTube side of things. Like, I feel I've given you a lot of information about YouTube already. So what we're going to talk about right now is going to be the ups and downs of Bird Brain on YouTube. Oh, come on. You can't, I can't resist at this point. The ups and downs of Bird Brain on YouTube. Now, what this means is I got a question from one of you guys that asked me. This wasn't like, how does this on YouTube work? How does this work? This is more about my own experience with YouTube. But somebody asked me, like, what has been like, let's see here. 6 and a 7. Ooh, that's pretty good too. Let's go with, exciting. This is a very exciting suitcase. You go through the airport and people stop you constantly in the line. They're like, "Excuse me, sir. What is that right there?" It's like, "It's my suitcase." No. That's too exciting to be a suitcase. Yeah, I know. It's a very exciting suitcase. Therefore, I am going to make a video about this exciting suitcase, my friend. So you hold off. You wait for me to go back home. I will record a video for you and you could see and read and listen about my exciting suitcase. And they're like, okay, I will be expecting that video to show up. That's never happened in real life, honestly, but I just made it up. Anyway, the ups and downs of Bird Brain on YouTube. The question to me posed was, Falcon, what has been the ups of you doing stuff on YouTube? What has been the downs of you doing stuff on YouTube? I know it doesn't really relate to business side of stuff, which I've already talked about. I hope that you guys have been enjoying that. I know that all of you listening aren't over here trying to make your own YouTube channel, so what I talk about isn't really like too important to you in that side of things, but I know a few of you do listen for that, and I know a few of you have aspirations to make your own channel, and I'm pretty sure, like, if you're just here to listen to me ramble on, I guess you guys don't really mind too much, right? But that's been all about YouTube. This question's going to be more about my experience to you, but I thought it was a really good question, like the whole ups and downs, because there has been a lot of ups and downs, and I'll talk more about that here today. But let me go into the comments for Bird Asylum number 3. We have Lempamo. Nice videos. Let's subscribe your channel. Thank you, Lempamo. I feel like you're a usual... Lempano's one of like my regular French viewers on the comments in Tube Tycoon over here. It sounds really familiar, the whole Le and Lempamo. We have Borso that says, I love your video. Thank you, my friend. Crychant168. You make the best vids ever. Don't you know it, Crychant? Aren't you usually calling me like retarded though, you dick? We have, what is this? French IP Cooch. Are you talking about the coochies? Don't talk about the coochies that way. Terrific video, one of your best. Why is there a question mark? Are you not really sure? Why would you make that assumption if you're not really sure? Like whenever you see like a piece of art, right? And you're like, this is a really amazing piece of art here. Is this one of your best? Like, you don't say that. You just say it's one of your best. You don't leave it up to the person who made it to the side. Because if they say yes, they sound like a self-absorbed prick. And if they say no, it's like they're not confident in their own work. You don't leave that open-ended question that way. OIP, or oh, this is Oi Psycho. Oi Psycho first. You're not first, my friend. I'm pretty sure Lempamo is first because he's got the most thumbs up. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's how it works out. Let's go to the ups and downs of the bird brain on YouTube. Great stuff, thanks. See, this guy again with these open-ended questions. 8 liker, we have "They just raped the replay button. Black Widow, why you talk about rape, huh? It's not a funny word. It's a bad word. It's a bad word, Black Widow. Don't bring up the rape." Limpamo says, "Great stuff, thanks." Oh, these guys with their... Stop leaving it. Look at this guy. Real talk? What is it with you guys and leaving stuff open-ended all the time now? Stop it. It's confusing me. About Exciting Suitcase, what do you have? Enoch says, 8 liker, of course you would. No, this is terrific video. One of your... Is this like a joke? Like, really? Like, is the game, like, becoming self-aware? We're gonna fuck with Falcon today. We're gonna leave every sort of comment open-ended to his interpretation over here. Max says, "I absolutely love your vids. Please make more." You got it. The new intro is epic. Epic video. Epic intro. Speaking of which, we have a video coming up where I'm gonna talk about intros and outros. Like the... You know the intros I'm talking about, right? The whole dubstep. Boom. You know, you go into a video and you want to see the video and suddenly you're hit with like a dubstep introduction for like 20 seconds. You're like, what the fuck is this shit? We'll talk about those in a future video. Believe me, it's one of my topics I have to talk about still. And Bionicl says, "Great video." Good. Very nice. I won't get my point until I go to sleep, but it's pretty cool because we have one more video to record here today. So let's go ahead and make one more Birdman video over here, and we'll get our second and third open slots here pretty soon. So, what have been the ups and downs of YouTube? Let's talk about the downs. The first one. Downs, when I first started, I think the downs were, just no, I guess, no attention from anybody. Like, not that I was like, I'm doing this because I'm an attention whore, but I meant like attention when it comes to like people finding your videos, people watching your videos, people interacting with your videos. That was the downs when I was like first starting out, because I was like really doing, I wasn't good, but I was still giving it my 100%, you know, to, you know, get these videos out there and get, you know, people watching them. And for a long time, it was just like, you know, just dead silence, you know, like barely any sort of attention whatsoever for a long time. And I was just kind of like, man, that really sucks. Believe me, when you're starting off, I'll just tell you this much. Don't get disheartened. I know it's hard to say don't get disheartened, but it's really hard not to when you're really trying to put your work into something. That's why I always stress the fact, do it because you see it more as a hobby. If you see it more as like, you know, I just want to get a big popular channel going on, right off the bat, you're gonna, you know, feel really down about yourself. But if you do it just more as a hobby and just kind of help it with yourself, like, you know, have it help you, like, you know, just be more comfortable talking, more comfortable just speaking your mind. Do it for like a good reason for that, and it won't feel too bad if it takes you a while to, like, you know, get your channel a bit of attention, you know? Cutie Brogodinka liked my video again. I'm telling you, dude, Blogodinka wants dick. That's all I could say. Probably not the actual Blogodinka, the actual YouTuber Blogodinka, but in the game, I'm telling you, dog, she's constantly coming over here and being like, liking my videos. You know, I believe me, I know, baby. I know. I feel you. I feel you too. You're kind of a cutie in that picture. I don't know what you look like in real life. And in this picture, it's not too bad. It might be an angle, but who knows? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you're beautiful on the inside too, right? We all are. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some sleep here. Let's see, we're up to $624 now. Okay, not too bad. Oh, I think we might have a tag. Yes, we do. Zagrajnik.tv. I'd like to invite you to record a tag on 7 things that I'm afraid of. Okay, cool. Well, we'll do that here pretty soon. Oh, let's go pick up my second and third recording slots. Boom, baby. Okay, so now if I go over to record game, there you go. I can start a new series. Let's do that. Let's buy a couple of new games here. So, let's go into single player. I'm going to go ahead, and I have to do this, right? This is going to be like a... We gotta do this just because it brings me back to old Falcon back in the old days, Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm gonna do Grand Theft Auto 5 the right way this time, hopefully. So I'm gonna buy this one. Record number 2. Or record number 2, I should say. While it's happening, let's do our tag-on video as well. 5 and a 7, sure, I'll take it. And let's go ahead and record... Let's get on my vlogs to refresh a bit, so we'll do a Birdman Asylum video as well. So, let's see here. Other downs were the negative comments as well. Like, especially when you don't really have much attention to your videos, and you don't have much of a people to interact with, comments and stuff like that. So you're getting like little attention, and the few attention you get is kind of like negative stuff. That's a downer too, because you're like, there's not really like a positive reinforcement coming in to kind of like not really pay too much attention to the negative stuff. Really? This did so bad. Grand Theft Auto 5 did terrible for me. It was my first episode. What happened here? Am I really sounding like old Falcon again? That could be the case. I'm over here like, hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm back to being shy again. Welcome to Grand Theft Auto 5. All the uhs out there. Yeah, I remember those. Let's go into, the last thing we'll do is, let's see. What's the interest over here? It's still kind of high. What about for, basic? Yeah, we'll do this one right here, daily vlog. 4 and a 7, that'll do. Let's see, so the negative comments really affected me as well. But, honestly, the major downtime I'm going to tell, or the major down of doing YouTube, I'll tell you right now, is going to be this right here. Personal time. I switched it up a little bit, right? Give me some credit for that. I needed to stay silent to kind of build some suspense to it, A personal time. And the downtime, I think the only thing that now affects me to this day about YouTube, the down stuff, would be the fact that it's just, you think it's, I'm not saying you think, but it sounds easy to just record videos, play video games, talk, and, just have fun. Believe me, that takes a while to kind of really get comfortable doing that, for one. But number two, it's also a really huge time investment, because not only do you have to record the video, you have to edit the video. Assuming you care about quality whatsoever, you will edit your videos. That did really good, mind you. Let's read these comments here really quickly. Kivy says, hello, I'm your biggest fan. Lenix says, thank you for sharing this comment and bringing to light. Yeah, I needed to bring Grand Theft Auto 5 to light to you. I'm pretty sure it's a really big light already, my friend. Soniac Designs has nice videos. Let's subscribe your channel. Yeah, pretty much a lot of the same over here. Birdman Asylum. Hello, I'm... Stop it with the French and the questions. Personal time. Thank you for sharing this content and bringing it to light. I absolutely love your videos. Please make more. This video is so delicious. You know what? People have started licking their screens after I mentioned about the delicious videos. Please don't do that, guys. A lot of you guys are telling me, oh, it tastes like shit. Oh, it tastes like baby wipes because I'm over here wiping my tablet. Don't really do it. I just threw it out there as a joke. I know you're not really doing it. We're all being facetious here, obviously. So the downtime is finding time for that, because I don't do this full time. Let me go ahead and get some rest here. I don't do this full time, as I've mentioned a million times before. This is a hobby for me strictly. I have a full-time job. I have responsibilities as an adult because, I'm no longer a kid. I'm a grown-ass man now. I have a lot of responsibilities to have to deal with. I have to also do a lot of research ahead of time. And let me talk about the research. This is the one that people, I think, really fail to realize. When people ask me, like, Falcon, how do you find these games? Or Falcon, like, how did you, know about this game? I never heard of it before. That goes into a lot of actual research time on my part. And by what I mean by that is usually whenever I see a game pop up on my channel, chances are I've been scoping this game out for at least a couple of months in advance, and I've been in contact with the publisher or the developer a good month in advance of being like, hey, you know what, I have a YouTube channel, I'm interested in, covering your channel, etc., or not covering your channel, but covering your video game. If you want me to cover it, let me know, and we could, send me a key code, and I could cover the game for you. But also, I do get a lot of games that are kind of like just not my thing. You gotta be able to record something you're comfortable with too. A vector potato. Okay, that sounds really interesting. Hey, let's go ahead over here and record Asylum and Grand Theft Auto 5, and we'll pick up another game here pretty soon, I guess. So, I get a lot of games get thrown my way, but there's a few times where I don't get them thrown my way, and I have to actively go out there and contact developers. And let me tell you, sometimes I'll sit there for a good hour and send off 10 to 15 emails to different publishers and developers where I'm kind of like, hey, I have a YouTube channel, I'm interested in covering your games. So there's a lot of that goes on. And the other part that goes on as well is going to be the social part of your channel, which it means interacting with your fans. If you guys are fully aware, I go through my comments every single day at least once. I can't do the two things like I used to. Before I used to do a morning and nighttime, but now I get so many channels that I get so many comments now that I wait at least one time in the entirety to go over every comment for the videos of that day. I can't really go back and check on comments from older days now like I used to be able to, because I have a lot more comments on to deal with. But I still at least make it a point for at least one time in the day, I will go over and go through all the comments of my videos for that day of release. So, if you're leaving comments in older videos and I don't get back to you, you just realize it's that. We have Light Souls as opposed to Dark Souls. You know what? I'm a big Dark Souls fan. We'll pick this one up as well. You can record 3 films. Oh, right, because they're still recording. I gotta let them finish recording and then I'll open it up. So I usually, that's a lot of time, and the reason why I can't do it 2 times a day anymore is because I mentioned it's a time management thing where I only now have time because I get so many more comments that only once a day I could go over my comments. So you're dealing with publishers and emails, or publishers and developers through emails in terms of, covering their games. You're dealing with, at least I try to deal with comments from you guys. Even though I like to respond to your comments in the Tube Tycoon videos, I also, respond to your comments on YouTube itself in the comment section. I will go over and reply to you guys as well. That takes a long time as well, believe me. And then you have the social media aspect where I'm over here on Twitter interacting with people, other YouTubers, so on and so forth. So there's a lot that goes into that. And it's not a downtime. I don't think it's a downer for me to do all this extra stuff, but it's one of the things that takes up time. And it plays into the entire thing of just, what are the downs of YouTube? Well, time, especially if you're not a full-time YouTuber and you're just doing this as a hobby. It takes a lot of time for everything that goes out beyond just recording, talking, and uploading a video. There is so much that goes behind the scenes as well. So that's a down. But let's talk a little bit about the ups now, because that's the most important part of me. I feel that there is a lot more ups than downs, otherwise I would not be doing this whatsoever. Let's go ahead and pick up the last video over here, which is going to be Light Souls 2. Where did that go at? There it is. Pick it up right there. This will be our last video as well, because we're going to be tired here pretty soon. So, the ups. The ups are very easy to name. The ups are being able to interact with you guys. Like, my biggest up doing YouTube is the fact that there's so many people willing to watch my videos and respond to my videos in either a negative or a positive way. Like, every day that I upload videos, and by the time I come back home or whatever, I'm ready to do YouTube stuff and go over the comments and whatever and respond to you guys. It's always really cool to me. Like, it makes me feel good whenever I see that there are a lot of views for the videos that I put up that day, and there's a lot of interactions and comments from you guys, because it kind of makes it worth it. It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm putting in this time, but at least people are enjoying it, and they enjoy it enough that they want to interact with me. So that's probably the biggest up for YouTube. The fact that you're doing something, and you know for a fact people are enjoying it, and going out of the way to tell you, hey, you know what, I enjoy this. I get a lot of questions where it's like, Falcon, can you play so-and-so game? I want to know your opinion of it. I mean, that's great. I mean, I don't know why you want the opinion of an idiot like I am, but you want my opinion. That's actually really good. It's a really good feeling that, for people to be like, hey, I want to know how you feel about this. Because, you're just a random dude. I'm a random bird, man. What do I do? I just fly around the entire day, flap my wings, and I poop on cars or something, And then some people suddenly come over here and be like, hey, I know you're over here pooping on cars and flying over the area, but I want you to play this game because I want to know what you think about it. And that's really cool. That's very, very cool. So it's always like the up is always going to be the support and interaction with you guys. Other ups are going to be, I'm not going to lie to you, it's nice to have the hobby. I've played video games since I was a little kid. This is I love playing video games. The only thing is that I don't really have the time for them anymore. Hold up. We have Jagodel, nice work, thumbs up. Xerox says 0928. I absolutely love your videos. You've been a dick a lot of times to me, Xerox. Camille Pajor, the video quality is terrible. Sorry, dope. And moo. Okay. We'll get some sleep over here. We're back to 760. That's okay. That's okay. We made a few investments over here in the video games, which is cool. Another tag on. Oh, those are always very, very nice. Very nice. Very good. So let's go into a tag, record tag, and 5 and a 5. 20 extra facts about me. Go for it. And let's see. In terms of games, we'll do another. Let's get Grand Theft Auto over here, some more exposure, and let's see. Daily vlog. Interest is really high again. Perfect. We're also gonna do for the title for this one. What do we guys want to do? I guess we'll do the ups, right? I think other than interaction with you guys and just being able to talk to you guys and you guys enjoying my whatever I have to tell you and talk to you about. Another up of YouTube for me is the fact that gaming hobby. And what I mean by this, no, it's not honey. It's not gaming honey, baby. It's gaming hobby. 6'9". 9'6". 6'9". There you go. As I mentioned before, with a full-time job and just a lot of responsibilities as an adult now, and just trying to keep an active social life, it really, I'm sure if you're a lot of you out there as well that are probably similar to my age and stuff, you know, and you have a lot more responsibilities and jobs and schools and whatever, you realize that as you keep growing and growing, there's less times for things like video games. Before I started doing YouTube regularly, I really had little time for video games, honestly. Like, I would play a really anticipated release every now and then, but I would never just play regularly anymore. I didn't really have the time for it anymore. It really sunk, but that was just the case. 19,000.6, ooh-wee. And user Cubson liked my movie as well. Got 563 more subs. We're almost up to 10,000. And we're up to 1,000 over money. Ha! Let's see what this over here says. So, I'll let you guys read this over here while I talk. How about that? I'll read the comments anyway. The fact that now I could have a hobby and play video games, where before I started doing YouTube, I couldn't do this anymore. Like, as I mentioned, I played games on occasion, but it wasn't as often as I do now. Nowadays, I have made my hobby video games. Well, before, my hobby was more like just me time, just like, you know, watching television, you know, I would be a little bit more active with in terms when it comes to being social. But I'm still social, but the thing is now, I feel like I'm also social while doing stuff, while playing video games, because it feels more important now to play video games, because it's like, it's a hobby for one, but at the same time I'm being social, so it kind of takes two things into one whole lump over here, I guess, to kind of mention it. Like, it's like I'm not being social physically, like there's no other person here next to me, I'm talking to them as I do these recordings, but I'm still being social with you guys listening to the commentary. So it feels like a bit more, like, less of a time waste. Like, before I felt like a time waste whenever I played video games, because, like, I just had so many other important things to deal with, you know, regularly. So now I feel like there is more importance to playing games, because at the same time I'm, you know, interacting with people in some degree, and I'm just enjoying a lot more. So definitely another up has been the fact that I have been able to turn into a hobby, which was just extra free time of doing other nonsense, into playing video games again, which is something I've been playing since I was a little kid. You know, I started off with a hand-me-down from my mom and dad. I had an Atari 2600, then I eventually got an NES, then I got a Super Nintendo, then I got a Genesis, then I got a PS1, so on and so forth. You know, it was just like a gradual increase as a kid. You know, I've been playing this shit my entire life. And now, YouTube and this hobby has now given me a reason to play games more often again, which is something I didn't really do too often for a couple of years, you know, growing up. Especially towards my, you know, early to mid-20s. So, you know, it's really cool. That's been a really amazing up as well. So, there's definitely benefits and negatives to doing YouTube. It just depends on how you go about it. But for the most part, I honestly can tell you that you'll have more ups than downs if you ever, you know, decide to do YouTube yourself. Or if you're just interested and you're like a fan and you want to hear my, how do I feel about YouTube? And there you go. I feel relatively good. There really is nowadays no down to doing YouTube, other than the fact that I told you. It's just trying to find time for it. Trying to find time for it is always a big issue when it's not a full-time gig. But even so, I still enjoy doing it. Otherwise, you know, if this wasn't, you know, worth it for me for how much fun I have doing it, I would just stop doing it. But the fact that I've been doing it now for, like, what, over 2 years? A little bit over 2 years now? It does feel like it's worth it for me. So, you know, I am perfectly doing this. Very much like Kina Zewa's content over here, recommending my video. Haha, I'm killing it over here. Look, we're almost up to 10,000 subs. Let's go into... Should I do the W Brotherhood now or tomorrow? You know what? We should do it tomorrow. So we have, like, the boost going up on the same day, right? Yeah. So let's go get some sleep. And I do believe right now we return to the office. We're going to wrap up this episode here. We're over $1,000. We have another tag on for today. Very nice. We're going to wrap it up here for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a like. The support has been a lot. And as I mentioned, if you guys want to ask me more questions about my own personal experience with YouTube, not only just like, you know, Falcon talk about, you know, ads, or Falcon talk about, you know, this and this about YouTube. If you want to make it more personal about me, go for it. Just try to keep it somewhat YouTube related, you know? That's the only thing I ask for. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up. I will catch you next time.